joining me this evening. I'm having a look today at positronics. This little diagram here is probably by now a bit familiar to you if you've been seeing my videos previously. It's how I draw annihilation. This couple of parallel-ish waves are doing what appears to happen in the annihilation process. I.e., one set of waves is going forward in time and the other series is going backwards in time. So whichever way you want to look at it, that's how things are seen to be happening. We're sort of galloping along on an entropic path, following one system of time waves, those that travel from the present into the future. So we're galloping along in one direction while time is actually moving in both. This is a representation of a Feynman's diagram describing what happens in a classic annihilation process, which involves the positron, which we're looking at today. Beloved thing, positively charged. Yay, yippee. So there's our familiar electron, negatively charged, and it's T plus, going in the same direction that our perception is going in. So we're going along our timeline with our electrons, the same time flow. Here's the positron coming in on the reverse time flow. So it's effectively going backwards in time, backwards from the way we perceive time to flow. What it produces is a photon for a moment. So these two come together, bang, they annihilate, and here's a photon produced. Poof! That doesn't last very long, that photon. It decays pretty quickly, and when it does, it turns into a quark and an anti-quark with its little glue on here, just because that's accurate, apparently. The anti-quark is doing exactly the same as the positron. It's travelling backwards in time, while the quark, the familiar particle that we're partly composed of, is travelling forwards in time. So here we are, merrily galloping on with our quarks, going in the same trajectory as our quarks are and our electrons. But the antiquark and the positron, whilst they're travelling in the opposite direction, doesn't mean to say that they don't have any impact on us. Doesn't mean at all that they have no part to play in our reality and the construct of it, and even our experience of it. What's the time frame of that photon when it exists? Is it going forwards and backwards in time at the same time? Is it effectively being its own antiparticle? So do we have a photon being an antiphoton? We don't actually know the answers to those questions, but we can kind of experience something of this positronic input. In our own energy system, we are obviously working with electrons, quarks, mesons and leptons and bosons of all descriptions that partake of the chemistry of our own body and what happens within it. And we know from experience that when we're feeling good about stuff, we have more energy. And when we have more energy, we tend to feel good about stuff. So it's a kind of a symbiosis, a synergy, if you like, between our energy and the way we feel. There is clearly some kind of quantum mechanical process happening within us, within our physical system, that produces these effects. And the question is, does that have something to do with positrons? Let's see where it takes us. Take care. Bye.